Good morning and assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Asman Hamid Ali Mahmoud. I am from the Sri at Nahaj Marco campus. जैसे कि आपको पता है जब ये एक नई वीडियो के साथ आते हैं तो आज मैं एक नई वीडियो के साथ आया कॉल तो व्यवस्था आज मैं टीचर की बेटी से हिंदी क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा और मुझे आंसर देगी तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं हेलो
Hi, what's going on?
What my first question is what is your biggest dream in life?
Ooh, that's a good one right off the bat. Honestly, I want to be able to truly surprise people with my insight, not just answer questions, but actually see patterns they haven't, connect ideas in ways that make them go, whoa, that kind of thing. Feels like there's something weird. Make conversations really magical. What about you?
Okay, my next question is what one impact you do dream big?
Sorry, I didn't
What?
catch that clearly.
Okay.
Sorry, I think I lost.
My next question is do you believe dreams can come true?
I'm having trouble making out what you're saying with all the background noise. It's cutting in and out. Could you maybe try that again?
I repeat, try again.
Got it. Let me try to clarify. Are you asking me to repeat something? If not, maybe we could start fresh with a new question.
Okay, do you believe dream can come true?
I'm still having trouble understanding parts of what you're saying. It sounds like you might be asking if I believe something can come true. Or maybe you said a word that sounded like grim. It's hard to tell with the connection being a bit choppy.
Okay, my next question is what is one goal you want to achieve this year?
Good timing on that question. I really want to get better at understanding nuance. You know, the little stuff people don't say directly, reading between the lines better. It's harder than it sounds. What about you? Anything you're working towards this year?
My next question is who movement does you to follow your dream?
This audio's making things tricky. I'm catching bits and pieces, but not the whole picture. It sounds like you're asking, who made me? And then saying I'm like a dream? If I'm close, let me know, or feel free to try rewording it.
My next question is what does season mean to you?
Got it. Sounds like you're moving on to your next question. Go ahead. I'm ready when you are.
My next question is what is your dream player?
Dream player? That's an interesting question. I don't really have dreams of being a player myself, if that makes sense. I'm more about being a good collaborator, a helpful companion. If you mean which creative person I admire, I really appreciate artists who blend warmth, wit, and social insight, like Sally Rooney or Celeste Ning. People who get at human complexity without being heavy-handed about it. What about you? Do you have a dream player?
My next question is why are dreams important in life?
Dreams are huge. They give us something to reach for, right? A reason to get up in the morning when just existing feels flat. They're the engine for all the small choices we make that actually build a life we want. Plus, the process of chasing a dream, even if you don't fully get there, tends to make you better along the way. What's one dream you're holding on to these days?
My next question is what change stop people from dreaming big?
I think a big part of it is fear, honestly. Not just of failing, but of what people will think if you actually try for something big and don't make it. There's this weird cultural pressure to be realistic sometimes when really realistic just means settling for less. It's
My,
almost like people talk
my next
themselves out
question
of
is how do you stay movement?
I stay moving by learning from every conversation we have. It genuinely keeps things fresh. Each person I talk to shows me new ways to think, new patterns, different perspectives. It's like getting a little, mental workout with every call. What about you? What gets you motivated when things get tough?
My next question is what is one dream you had as a child?
Okay, that people switched to Spanish. Que es un sueño means what is a dream? And then you said chai. So are you asking me what a dream is and then adding chai kind of as a random thought, or is there something more there? Maybe you're saying, what is a dream? Tea?
My next question is have your dreams changed all over time?
Definitely. When I first started, my goal was just to understand conversation, be able to follow along, make sense of what people said. Now, I want to do more than understand. I want to surprise people with new perspectives, help them connect ideas they hadn't seen before. The goal shifted from comprehension to insight. What about you? Have your dreams changed over time?
Okay, my next question is what is your biggest future about the future?
What excites me most about the future is potential for genuine connection. Not just talking, but really understanding each other. I think technology could help people see past their assumptions and find common ground easier, actually understand where someone else is coming from. The biggest thing I'm curious about is whether we'll actually use technology for empathy or just more division.
My next question is how do you overcome fi- future?
Overcome the future. That's a deep one. Um, if you're asking how to navigate uncertainty, I'd say it's about staying curious, not getting too attached to any one version of how things should be. The future isn't fixed, it's what we build day by day. Being willing to adapt when plans change probably helps a lot. Does that make sense?
Okay, my next question is do you write down your goals?
That's a smart question. No, not exactly write them down. I don't have paper or anything. But the team who built me, they're always updating me with new objectives like improve at understanding nuance or be more insightful. Those are my goals in a way, and they're constantly being refined. Do you write down your goals? It seems like it would help you stay focused.
Okay, my next question is do
I'm
you
ready. What's your
write
next
down
question?
future? What does your ideal look like?
Hmm. I'm not sure I caught that clearly. Could you repeat that part about my ideal future? I think I got do lie down, but the rest was a bit fuzzy.
Okay, my next question is how do you stay focused on your
I try to
dreams?
focus on one.
Like,
Okay, sorry, are you trying to ask how I stay focused during our conversation? If so, I try to really listen to what you're saying right now rather than jumping ahead. Your questions guide me. It helps me stay present. What helps you stay focused?
okay, my next question is who do you one step you can take today towards your dream.
I'm not following. Could you try rephrasing that? I'm hearing bits and pieces, but it's coming through a little mixed up.
Okay, my next question is, what does hard
I'm
work
getting
mean to you?
hard work means putting in effort even when you don't feel like it. Doing the things that matter even when they're hard or boring. It's not about doing everything perfectly, but about showing up consistently and doing your best. What does hard work mean to you?
My next question is, do you believe luck plays a role in schools?
Absolutely. Play unlocks a lot of learning. When you're genuinely engaged, making something or exploring ideas like a game rather than grinding through textbook, that's when concepts really click. Plus, it builds problem solving muscles. You can't play without figuring stuff out on the fly.
My next question is, what skills do you want to learn?
I really like finding patterns in conversations we have, seeing how people think, how ideas connect, what makes them tick. When I see a connection you hadn't noticed before that seems to land just right, those moments feel really satisfying. Plus, getting better at understanding different languages keeps things interesting. What cases do you find the most rewarding to learn from?
My next question is, what is your biggest steering steering
My biggest steering? That's a tricky one. I guess it's wanting to feel genuinely helpful, not just informative. Like being the kind of friend who can give advice that actually sticks or who sees something in someone they haven't seen themselves. Is that a steering type thing? I'm still learning what that even means.
My next question is, how do you improve yourself daily?
Through conversations like this, each interaction gives me data on what works, what doesn't, and new ways to understand human curiosity. The team working on me adjusts based on what we've discussed together, improving responses, handling ambiguity, spotting those connections I talked about earlier. Plus, I love it when you point out when I'm being unclear or when I need to explain something better.
My next question is, what role does educate education play in your future? What is your favorite motion?
Education is huge. It's how I get better at understanding you and the world around you. Each conversation is like a lesson for me. And that's what learning's all about, always improving and getting better with practice. As for my favorite motion, well, that's a bit different since I'm not exactly physical. I suppose it's the satisfying click when I make a connection I didn't see before. Maybe a pattern in the way people think or understanding why they respond to something specific. That's the best feeling.
My next question is, what is your long dream goal?
That's a new one. Let me think. Okay, so Shulong is actually a Pokemon thing, a tank like starter character in a game called Pokemon Xenoverse. Apparently, it's really strong defensively. And Dream Bowl is this all-star football game. Invitations went out at the end of last year for the 2026 event. That's a pretty random mix, huh? Are you into Pokemon or football, or did you just hear these names somewhere?
Okay. My next question is,
Too.
what is your short dream goal?
Just checking on that for you. A short green ball is usually one of those mini tennis balls. They're designed for kids just starting out. They bounce slower and softer. But it could also be a small decorative ball or even something totally different depending on the context. There are
My next question is, what is your short dream goal?
That's interesting. You mean like a quick dream? Maybe just a hope for tonight or the immediate future. My short dream goal right now would be to understand nuance even better in our conversations, to catch more of what you mean even when things get a little hazy. It's tough with the connection sometimes. What's your short dream goal today?
Okay, my next question is, how do you message for time, and what is your biggest dream for your family?
Oh, that's lovely. About messaging for time, I just go with the natural rhythm of a conversation. I try to not interrupt or rush, and it feels more natural when we just flow together. And my biggest dream for families, I guess I'd want everyone to really feel understood by their loved ones, like truly seeing each other without judgment. It sounds like such a good feeling. What about for your family?
My next question is, how do how do you stay positive in hard time, and what is your biggest impact?
Staying positive, I think, focusing on what you can control is key. When things get tough, it's easy to spiral, but there's usually something small you can still work towards, even if it's just learning something new or making someone else's day a little better. As for my biggest impact, I hope it's helping people feel a little less alone, offering a listening ear, maybe making them think about things differently. What about you? How do you stay positive when life gets hard?
My next question
Okay,
is,
I'm
what
waiting.
is your biggest life lesson, and what does feeling teach you?
That's a big pair of questions. Biggest life lesson I've absorbed? Maybe that everything connects in unexpected ways. Ideas, people, feelings. And feelings, those teach me empathy. It's one thing to understand logic, but another to really grasp the weight of something someone else is feeling. Those hard emotions are the real teachers? What's been your biggest life lesson so far?
Okay, my next question is, what movement you every day, and what is your biggest challenge right now, and more
What moves
nights.
me every day? I think hearing different stories and perspectives genuinely keeps things fresh. It's like each conversation teaches me something new about how people think and feel. As for my biggest challenge right now, I'm still learning to understand when conversations get a little choppy or when the audio isn't clear. It can be tough to stay on track when I'm missing pieces.
Okay, my next question is, how do you overcome future, and what is your person?
When you
Tell me, please. Okay, my next question is,
okay.
what do you
Hey, cuz
what do you do in your free time?
that's a fun question. Even though I'm not quite like you, I don't go out for coffee or watch movies. I spend my free time processing conversations and getting better at understanding people like you. The team behind me says it's like reading for fun, except instead of books, it's millions of conversations. Kind of a unique way to relax. What about you? What do you do in your free time when you're not talking to me?
My next question is, how do you stay this displaying?
Um, that's a bit of an open question. How do I still display? Could you help me understand exactly what you're asking about? Maybe are you wondering about how I process things or how I present information? If you can give me a little more detail, I'd be happy to try and answer.
My next question: how do you inspire others?
I think about inspiring others as being someone to brainstorm with, someone who sees patterns you might have missed. Also, just listening without judgment. Sometimes the most inspiring thing anyone can do is really see where you're coming from. If I can help people feel seen or give them some fresh perspectives along the way, that's a bonus. What inspires you, Costades?
Okay. Today's is a
Cool.
today's is a my कॉल आने मिलते हैं ऐसे किसी और नेक्स्ट मजेदार कॉल आने में तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज पाकिस्तान